Hi, my name is Kayla Parks from Chella Brows, and I'm here at EuroPhoria. And today we're going to show you how to brow map, and how to groom. So we're going to begin with brow mapping, and this is a very easy step to do. It kind of gives you the outline of the brow that you want to achieve at home. That way, if you are doing any grooming at home, you can have a perfect brow every time. So your first step is going to be to create your 3-point rule. We're going to use our Chella Brow Pencil, and we're going to go ahead and create our 3 points. So your points are from mid-nostril to corner of the eye. This is where the brow should begin. Mid-nostril, straight through the pupil. This is where her arch should be. And then corner of the nose to corner of the eye. This is where the brow should be ending. So now you have your 3 points. What you want to go ahead and do is connect those points. So we're going to go from point 1 to 2. And then we're going to connect out to point 2 to 3. And we're going to create a parallel line below. So on this line, you want to determine the thickness of your brows. And to determine that, you can go ahead and choose the thickness based on the size of your lips sometimes. If you have fuller lips, you can have a fuller brow, or vice versa. And we're going to go ahead and create this bottom line. And this is creating that outline, so you know exactly what to groom inside of this map. So now that you have your brow map, you're ready to go ahead and begin your how to groom. So your first step in the Chella how to groom is going to be to use your small razor tool. So this tool has the comb and blending brush up here, and then below it has your razor and to lightly remove the hair above the brow. So we're going to go ahead and groom her brow. So we're going to lightly pull the skin taut and go into a downward motion. Now you can use this razor anywhere on the face though, except we don't recommend using it below your brow. This is just a great way to clean up those finer hairs above the brow, or some women like to use that on other areas of the face as well. And this preserves the follicles. So if you ever want to change the shape of your brows, it'll preserve the follicles so that your brows can still grow back. So your next step is going to attach the comb and blending brush to the top of the razor. And when you do this, you have the comb side to brush the hairs up, or you have the blending side to blend out the product. So we're going to go ahead and use this comb side on her brows and brush all the hairs up. And this way you can see whatever's outside of your brow map that you've created, you can go ahead and trim it. So to trim the brows, we're going to use the Chella scissors, and the scissors have the soft grips here and a safety on the tips so you don't ever poke yourself out. So we're going to go ahead and trim above the brows. Now you don't want to hold anything in front of the hairs to trim them, because if you do that, you can't see what you're trimming. So anything outside the brow map is what you want to go ahead and trim. Now that we have trimmed her brows, we're going to continue in our how-to brow, and we're going to go ahead and tweeze her brows. So to tweeze her brows, we're using the Chella tweezers. They have a O-ring and a non-slip grip, so they're easy to use. We're going to go ahead and lightly pull the skin taut and tweeze below the hair, or below the brow map. And as we continue to tweeze, you want to go ahead and move your finger with it. So if you're tweezing over here, you want your thumb right here to pull the skin taut. Okay, and that completes the Chella how to groom. And then we're going to go ahead and continue with the Chella how to brow map, and it's only 3 easy steps. So our 3 steps is step 1 is to fill the brow, step 2 is to define it, and step 3 is to highlight. So this is something you can do at home really easily, and we already have a brow map, so we already have a guideline. And we're going to go ahead and start off with our Chella Eyebrow Cream. How this product works is it has the cream on the bottom, so you untwist the bottom and you have a cream. And then on top, you have the brush. So it has the little angled brush on it. And then what you do is you dip the brush lightly into the product, and you want to wipe off any excess product, and you can go ahead and apply it to the brow. So this is your step one, which is to fill the brow. So now we're going to go ahead and fill her brow. So we're going to go and start in the middle section of the brow right here with the arches, and we're going to create that bottom line first. And you can go ahead and do the same above it, just create that top line. And our goal with this is to have nice clean lines. And then we're gonna fill in her brow with the cream. So you can notice I kept the front of the brow the lightest area of the brow, and the darkest part of the brow should be the arch to tail, because we want that drama and the lift to come right here. So that's where we want the darkest part to be. And to keep it natural looking, we just take the excess product on our brush and we run it through the front lightly, to keep the front of the brow lighter. And the color we're using on her today is the beautiful blonde, and Chella has 6 different shades of the brow cream. So this product is a water-resistant cream-based product that you can use every day, and it's going to stay on and not move on you. You have about 2 minutes to work with the product before it completely sets. And then once it sets, it won't move on you throughout the day. So now we're going to go ahead and take the dual blending brush. We're going to blend out any harsh areas of the brow. And now we're going to do, so that was step 1. So step 1 was to fill. Step 2 is to define with our eyebrow defining gel. This is a clear brow gel that has a small spoolie on this side, and then the product's inside the tube. You go ahead and dip it in. A little bit goes a long way, but this gel is great because it doesn't get crispy or flaky. It stays on all day, and it's just going to hold all those hairs into place to give you that fuller looking brow. So what we do with this, we want to brush all these hairs in an upward motion, and then we want to touch the tops over. That way that gives you that lift there. And then that was step 2, which was to define with the brow gel. And now step 3 is going to be to highlight the brow. So we're going to use the Chella Highlighter in Ivory Lace. This comes in 4 different shades. And it is a cream-based product, so it goes on very matte and smooth. And you can blend it out with your finger. We're going to use the dual blending brush for the brow area, but you could also use this anywhere on the face. So some people like to use it on their Cupid's bow, on the forehead, the chin, the cheekbones, wherever you would like. And we're going to go ahead and apply this below her brow. And then just above the arch. So this also goes ahead and cleans up any mistakes you made, and it'll give you that foolproof brow. So now we're going to use our dual blending brush. So this brush has the concealer side up here, and then it has the spoolie on this end. So you can go ahead and blend out this product effortlessly. You'll notice that this brush does a lot of the work for you. So you can see you're getting a nice smooth line all the way below the brow. Now I'm just going to touch up with a little bit of the brow cream, and that's it. That's the Chella How to Brow in 3 Easy Steps. So now we're going to go ahead and begin, and we're going to do the Chella How to Brow in 3 Easy Steps on this side with the brow pencil instead of the cream. So our first step is to fill, and we're going to fill in with the Chella Brow Pencil. These are a European design pencil with a fine point, so you can go really light with them, and they're highly pigmented, so you could also build it up. So you have control of the pencil. So you can go very, very soft and natural if you choose to, or you can build it up and get darker if you would like. whatever you prefer at home. And they stay on very well, so they're not gonna come off during the day. So we're gonna begin in filling in her brows. We're again going to start in the middle of the brow, right here on the arch. We're going to create that bottom line. So I'm doing fine hair strokes. I'm not pressing too harsh. We're going very soft with it. This brow pencil comes in 6 different shades, same as the brow cream, and it's buildable. So we're gonna go ahead and do this top line now. Our goal is to create clean lines within the brow. So whether you choose a brow cream or a brow pencil, you can get the same clean line. We're gonna go ahead and fill in the middle of the brow, just doing light hair-like strokes. Very soft, very natural. And then we're gonna go ahead and feather the front of the brow lightly. Remember, we want to keep the front of the brow the lightest part. So I'm going in upward strokes, the way her hair naturally grows. And I just lightly build it up as I go along. And then the Chella Brow Pencil also has a spoolie on the other side. So you can go ahead and blend this out. So we're going to blend all of this product together to make sure it's seamless. No harsh lines, it looks really natural. So if you went too heavy with your pencil, this is the time to soften it and blend it out. And today we're using the beautiful blonde brow pencil. So step 1 was to fill, and step 2 is to define with the eyebrow defining gel. So step 2 is to define with the eyebrow defining gel. So our brow gel is a clear brow gel. It doesn't get crispy or flaky. It comes in this small tube. So you can see it has a nice small wand, so you can be very precise with it, and it's gonna help the hair stay in place all day. So we're gonna go ahead and apply this to her brows, and we're gonna brush it in an upward motion. So we're gonna brush all these hairs going up, because what this is gonna do, it's gonna lift the brow and make it look fuller. Then all you want to do is touch the tops of the hairs over. So anything that's coming out of the line, you can just touch over. And now that was step 2, which was to define. Step 1 was to fill, step 2 is to define, and now we're going to move on to step 3, which is to highlight. So the Chella highlighter comes in 4 different shades, and it's a matte highlighter. It's very creamy, it's really blendable, it's really easy to use. You can use it anywhere on the face. And it blends out effortlessly with your finger, or you can use a dual blending brush that Chella has to blend it out. We're going to apply this to her brow, so we're going to apply it all the way below the brow, and just a nice clean line. This is also cleaning up any mistakes you may have made when filling in the brow. And we're going to go ahead and highlight above the arched tail to lift and define that area of the brow. So we're going to use the Chella dual blending brush to blend that out. The brush has the concealer brush on the one end, and it's going to have the spoolie on the other end, so that you can blend out any harsh lines or any heavy product, or you can blend out the highlighter anywhere on the face. So this curve of the brush actually helps you define the curve of your brow's arch. That way, when you go in to blend it, it does the work for you. So we're going to go ahead and blend out the top of the brow. So we're going to take our brush and just lightly blend it out, cleaning up any mistakes. Then we're going to blend out below her brow. So we're going to blend out all the way below, creating a nice clean line. So if your line wasn't perfectly straight down here, you can now create it with this. And you can notice how the curve of this brush is getting into her arch as I move to the arch to really blend that out. So you can really get that precise arch effortlessly. And if you get any highlighter in the brow, you can use the spoolie to blend that out as well.